So this is where it all started. This was the first piece I printed. I printed out the pieces section by section and I tested them for fit just to make sure they would encapsulate my head. Prior to scaling, I made sure it was a good fit. I then taped the pieces together just to make sure that they meshed up nicely. The prints overlaid very nice and were able to line up perfectly. Once I began the assembly process, then I started using wood filler, PLA goop, and of course Bondo to ensure it had a good adhesion. I also purchased a plastic welder, so on the inside there are actual little metal like rebar that holds the plastic in place. Right here you can see I threw a copious amount of Bondo on. I did that for a number of reasons. One, in particular was I wanted to add battle damage and wear, so I put Bondo even in areas not close to the seams because I wanted to look like a paint buildup or repairs had happened over the time. This is after the first coat of primer. This was the original concept art I based my idea off of, roughly. In this one, he's like a white or a gray looking, and I decided I wanted to go with an OD green to kind of pay homage back to like the P-40 Warhawk of World War II. So I used this as my idea. Once I put the first base coat of OD green on, I was very impressed with how it turned out, and I almost wanted to leave it like this. I added battle damage in the Bondo after I smoothed it out so it would be able to rough out. This was intentional. I was able to have a smooth transition prior to, and then I added some damage. When I first painted the shark mouth, I wasn't too impressed, and I thought I made a mistake. Prior to, I made smaller teeth, which actually turned out to be a benefit later on once I roughed it up to add battle damage. On this particular design, wear was everything, and as you'll see here, when you apply some sandpaper, it really changed the look of the mouth, and I was very impressed with it. In the sunlight, it came out great. After a coat of clear coat, it actually darkened up the paint slightly and was able to give me a better finish, which I think turned out pretty good all in all. Even moving, the helmet fits perfect on my head. Inside is a series of pads just to keep it form-fitting to my face. All in all, I was very happy with how it turned out for my first print.